Today I'm going to do another resin pour. I've got a 12 by 12 piece of MDF. It's cut. I sanded it a little bit just to kind of smooth it out. I've got the Art and Glow resins, 2-part resins. I've got 4 different colored micas I'm going to use. These are the ones I got from Soapbox Micas. And I'm going to mix all my epoxy up and come back and we'll get ready to pour. I'm not going to mix the epoxy. It's such a long process, so I'm going to mix the epoxy and we'll come back and we'll get ready to pour. Okay, I've got all my resin mixed. I've got it poured evenly into 4 different cups. And then I'm going to put my micas in. This one is called a Blue Honey. And as I've said before, this isn't anything I think I really need to measure out specifically. I just put what looks good of each color in. That is it's called Summer Kiss. It's kind of a rose color, I guess. This is Sour Grapes. Obviously this is a purple. And then this one is Lemon Drops, which is a pretty bright yellow. So I've got those in there, and I'm going to take these and I'm going to mix them up real good. And I'm going to spend a little bit more time. The last one I did, I ended up with a couple very small, minute places that had the mica that wasn't dissolved yet. So I'm going to spend a little bit more time mixing these. So I'll sit here and mix all these up real good, make sure I get everything dissolved in them. Probably just need to do a little bit better job scraping the sides and the bottoms to get them all mixed up. So I'm going to do that off camera and we'll come back and we'll be set up ready to pour. Okay, I've got all my colors mixed up. That's the blue. That's the red. There's the purple. And then there is the yellow. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of randomly pour these things on here. And I'm going to save a little bit of each color probably. I want to come back and do some highlights after I start moving the epoxy around. So I think I'm just going to kind of go. And I did 4.5 ounces of epoxy on this particular one. And the reason I went with that is that the last board that I did, I didn't save very much of that one. I got a little bit left. I did 3 ounces on the last one, and it was a 10 by 10 board. This is a 12 by 12 board. So I just calculated out 3 ounces over the 10 by 10 board. And it came up to, I just did a calculation to figure out what percentage it was and everything. And it ended up coming out to basically 4.5 ounces. So that's what I went with. And these boards here, I'm not worried about it running over the sides, because as long as I get coverage, complete coverage on the top, is I'm probably going to take these boards like this and I'll just build a simple frame and frame them. So I'm going to save a little bit of this yellow, because a little bit more of the yellow than I did the other colors, because I think that's what I'm going to use to try to hit some of my highlights with. Okay, so now I got my heat gun, so I'm going to go ahead and heat this up. I think I'm pretty happy with that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover this thing up, and what I do is I just take another canvas and I'll set cups around here, and I'll just set a canvas over this to help protect it from any dust settling into it or anything. But I'm going to let that sit for a while, because what I've learned on the first one that I did is that the textures and stuff start coming up out of this. As they sit for a while, the textures come up more, and it basically makes changes and stuff. So I'm going to go cover this up, and we'll let it sit for a little while, and we'll come back and take one last look at it. Okay, there it is. I've let it sit for probably 10 or 15 minutes, and as you can see, I don't know how well it shows on the video. I'll do a close-up of this at the end, so you want to stay tuned for that. But it makes little bitty small cells and stuff. Not really what I'm trying for, but it does make some. But the colors come out great. Really happy with it. I love the epoxy pouring. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll please like my channel or like my video, and you'll subscribe to my channel. And I appreciate if you'd share my videos too. Thanks for watching. Bye.